Welcome to 186th meeting of Nagpur Toastmaster Club. My name is Toastmaster Sri Krishna. Being the sergeant at the arms for the meeting, it is my pleasure to be the first speaker today. The mission of the Toastmaster Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater self-confidence and personal growth. Before we begin the meeting, please follow the rules as stated. Please put your cell phones on silent mode. I give you 10 seconds to do so. Thank you. Please refrain from talking about sex, politics, and religion. Kindly refrain from the moments that distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off the video before doing so. All attendees must mute their audio at all the times unless instructed otherwise by the contest chair. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. If you do so, you will be removed from the meeting. With a huge round of applause, let us welcome the presiding officer of the day, Toastmaster Vaibhav. Toastmaster, please spotlight the presiding officer, Toastmaster Vaibhav. Okay. Thank you.
Hello, am I audible to the online audience?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Toastmaster Vaibhav.
Thank you, Shri Krishna, for that warm introduction. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Nagpur Toastmasters Club. Before I begin the usual presiding officer speech, it is so heartwarming to see so many new role players, so many new members taking various roles in this meeting. And I feel really proud and happy to be part of this meeting now. With that, as a presiding officer, it is my duty to introduce some new members and the guests as well. What is Toastmasters and what is Nagpur Toastmasters Club? So Toastmasters International is an organization which is dedicated to leadership and public speaking skills, and it operates through small units like this one, which is called as club. So I welcome you again all to the Nagpur Toastmasters Club, and our club is a community club. Apart from the Toastmasters International, which operates in 140 plus countries, through such clubs, we are part of thousands of clubs which is operating and which are helping people develop their communication as well as leadership skills. So with this, I would want to welcome our guest in the physical meeting today to introduce herself and how did she come to know about Nagpur Toastmasters. Please.
Hi all. Hi everyone here. So I'm Shruti and I was a part of Toastmasters Club in Pune. I joined there before pandemic and I was there for almost 6 months or so. But unfortunately, I could not take part in many meetings as such and I could not give much speeches. But I'm a corporate basically. So I work for Accenture Technology Solutions and currently I'm here, I want to join it. So let's see how things go. But I'm happy to be here and to know new people. So it's very good to be here. Thank you so much for giving me this chance.
So Master, do we have any guests on the virtual platform? If there are any, please come forward to introduce yourself. Harishali? Can we have you on the screen for a brief introduction? Okay, anybody else? All right, if there are any more guests, we will take time to have them introduced in the later part of the meeting. And before delaying any more, let us welcome for today's meeting to be the in charge of this meeting. Let us welcome the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Sritika, with a huge round of applause.
Yes. Good evening, all of you.
Yes, carry on, please. We'll want to
Yes.
have your introduction and how did you come to know about Nagpur Toastmasters?
Yes. First of all, a very good evening. Warm wishes from my side to all of you. I'm Professor Harshali Patil from SSJMC, that is Shri Santa Gajaran Maharaj College of Engineering, Shega, and I'm acting as an assistant training and placement officer, and I'm also looking after English speaking culture in my college. So I came to know about this Nagpur Toastmaster Club through online. One of my friend, one of the co-worker had suggested me to start this club in my college for my student. But since I was very new and I didn't have any kind of prior experience, so I thought to have first experience and then to start with any new club for my student. So that's why I searched Toastmaster club in nearby areas, which was closer to my college. So this is how I came to know about your Toastmaster club. And another thing is that even I had a conversation with Aurangabad Toastmaster club member, but since I'm basically from Nagpur, so I thought this will be a very convenient for me to be a part of your Toastmaster club. So since this is my first meeting, the purpose of joining this meeting is to have the idea about how this Toastmaster club works actually. So this is how I am here and I'm the part of today's meeting. So this is all about me. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Harshali, and welcome to Nagpur Toastmasters Club.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of inputs about how.
Yeah, hopefully.
And we want to inform you that there are quite a few clubs in colleges in and around Nagpur. So I'm sure you can connect to many more clubs as well to understand how it works for colleges. So welcome to
Definitely.
Nagpur.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Getting back to the flow of the meeting, I hand over the reins to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shruti.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. It's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to 186th meeting of Nagpur Toastmasters Club, bearing the theme Humor a Necessity. But before I introduce you to the theme, let me quickly explain the structure of the meeting. The meeting will be conducted in 3 rounds. The first round is the prepared speeches round, where the members will be delivering speeches based on the pathways, which is our education program. The second round is a table topics round, which is also known as the impromptu speech section. The third and the final round is the evaluation round, where prepared speeches as well as the other aspects of the meeting will be evaluated by the general evaluator. As the TMOD, it is my duty to introduce TMOD, who will along with her team will keep a track of the meeting. Please help me welcome general evaluator for today, Toastmasters Yogsna.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shrutika. Am I audible clearly?
Yes, you are.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. In the words of Kane Blanchard, feedback is the breakfast of champion. At Toastmasters, we truly echo this thought. That is why every session has a general evaluator. As a general evaluator today, my role is to give a comprehensive feedback on every aspect of today's session. Things that were good and things that could be better. In my helping hand today, I have a tag team, and in which tag means T for timer, A for aha counter, and G for grammarian. So help me all to welcome all my particular team tag. So I gave this name just to introduce them in a different way. It is important to get your message across in the allowed time for the meeting to run according to the schedule. To achieve this, we have today the timer. I would like to invite timer Niranjan to describe his role.
Good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. One of the skills that we learn at Toastmaster is to conduct a program and deliver a speech within strict time limits. As the timer, I am responsible for keeping track of time throughout the session. There are two prepared speeches today. In case of for prepared speeches within time duration of 5 to 7 minutes, I will show the green card at 5 minutes, the yellow card at 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. There is a grace period of 30 seconds on either side of the specified time limits. Table topic speeches are for 1 to 2 minutes. I will show the green card at 1 minute, the yellow card at 1.5 minutes, and red card at 2 minutes. The speaker will have 30 seconds grace period after 2 minutes to wrap up his speech. Speech evaluations are for 2 to 3 minutes. I will show the green card at 2 minutes, the yellow card at 2.5 minutes, and the red card at 3 minutes. The speaker has a grace period of 30 seconds on either side of the specified time limits. I shall present my report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, timer. We use verbal pauses such as while we think of the next what to say. The R counter will keep the track of all this record. Now, I would like to invite the R counter of today's meeting, Toastmaster Padmanabh.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Toastmaster Padmanabh. I will be acting as today's R counter. The purpose of the R counter is to note down words that are used as crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for these words and keep account of inappropriate expressions like well, you know, so, sounds like ar. I will also note down when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase such as I or this means this means. This is called as double crutch. I will present my report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Jyotsna.
Thank you, R counter. When you speak in Toastmaster session, the grammarian keeps the track of good and not so good usage of English throughout the session. I would like to invite today's grammarian, Toastmaster Nidhi, to describe her role.
Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, as the grammarian, it is my responsibility to take close attention to all the speakers, listening carefully of their language usage. I take note of the misuses of the English language as well as the outstanding uses. As the grammarian, it is also my duty to introduce the word of the day and the phrase of the day. For today's meeting, the word of the day is Miraki, which means to do something with passion, absolute devotion, and undivided attention. An example of using the word is Neeraj Chopra was able to win the gold medal in this Olympics due to his Miraki for javelin throw. The phrase of the day is down to the wire, which means waiting until the last minute to do something. An example of using the phrase of the day is we are just about down to the wire with this project. Each speaker is encouraged to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day in your speeches. In case you use the word of the day, we will appreciate you with the thumbs up emoticon. And to use the phrase of the day, we will show you the clap emoticon. I will post the word of the day and the phrase of the day in the chat window. In case any one of you wish to use it, you may refer it. I will present my report when called upon during the meeting. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, grammarian, and best luck to my tag team. I'll present my report at the end of the meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyotsna. Now let's get into the theme. Toastmaster, can you please start showing the PPT? Are you all able to see the PPT? Please confirm. Hello.
Yes, can say it.
Yes.
Yes.
So before I begin, I would now like to ask one question. Is there anyone who doesn't like to laugh? Anyone be like, no, I hate feeling joy in my body? No one, right? Everyone thinks humor is nice to have. But in today's modern, sleep-deprived, underappreciated work culture, humor is a necessity. Now, why humor? Next slide. It gets people to listen, increases long-term memory retention, improves understanding, helps communicate messages, builds trust, diffuses conflicts, improves focuses, enhances problem-solving skills, aids in learning, brings people closer together, and on and on and on. So, what else it can do is next. If you're still not convinced what humor does, it actually can help you look better and develop. People who use humor at work are less stressed, more productive, and as a result, they are paid more. Now, this is completely our thing. Okay, next slide. Considering the fact that an average human works for approximately 90,000 hours in their lifetime, 90,000 hours, can you imagine? It's basically your whole life. But how many of us can confidently say that yes, today I'm going to work and I might as well enjoy it? You are? Because we all wait for the weekends. Now this is how my week goes. It gives you the clear idea of how being happy on Monday can change to WTF real quick. Now WTF means exactly what can be your mind. I'm not going to explain that to anyone of you. But only if you had some sort of fun at your workplace. Wouldn't that be great? Next step. It can change from WTF to wow, that's fun. Right? So, before I move on to the first round of the meeting, I would like you all to go back to the Monday and think if anything funny happened to you at your workplace, at your home, anywhere. And anyone can come and share their incidents. Online attendees, offline attendees as well. Anyone can come. Come on. Please welcome Toastmasters.
Yeah, it's nothing big. I had my end semester, I had my end semester exam going on and I had a paper on Monday. And surprisingly, without studying hard, I was able to solve it pretty well. So that was fun for me. Which usually doesn't happen with me. Luck is hard with me.
No worries. That was quite fun. It doesn't happen with everyone. Okay. So now let's move on to the first round of the meeting. That is the prepared speeches round. The first speaker for today is Toastmaster Harsh. But before I call him, I would like to call his evaluator, Toastmaster Monish, to read out the speech objectives. Please welcome.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, everybody. So I would be evaluating Toastmaster Harsh level 4 leading in typical situation speech. So his purpose statement is as follows. The purpose of this project is for the member to practice strategies for adjusting to unexpected changes to a financial plan. The first part of the member's speech will be a presentation on his plan. The member will need to address methods for managing the challenges presented by our members. All the best, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Now let's welcome our first speaker, Toastmaster Harsh. The title, Toastmaster Harsh, Revival of Division, Toastmaster Harsh.
All right, am I clearly audible and visible?
Yes, you are.
All right, thank you so much. So I'll share my screen one second. All right, is my screen visible? Just one last confirmation. All right, thank you so much. So good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. So my speech today is titled Revival of Division N. Now, before I begin with my speech, here is how it's going to work. So I'll share with you a plan which I have prepared for 5 to 7 minutes. And then after that, the next 5 to 10 minutes is going to be all you guys. You will be asking me the questions and let's see if I can answer them or not. So now giving you some background on what exactly Division N is and what I'm talking about the revival. So the background firstly is Division N consists of all the Toastmasters club in Nagpur and Raipur. And you are talking somewhere around 15 to 16 clubs at the moment. And as most of you might know, I'm also the club growth manager for this division. which means that I have to make sure that clubs are growing at the end of the day. By growing, I just don't mean that they're adding new members, also making sure that they're retaining the old ones, which is a key factor for a growth. And another major issue, which is the elephant in the room, was a poor renewals, which we all had in the September season. Due to the past 2 years being a virtual meeting, people started losing interest in Toastmasters, and some wanted a break, some had their personal commitments, so they dropped off from Toastmasters. And last but not the least, no new community clubs have been formed in Nagpur for quite some time. And telling you how bad this problem was, we had somewhere around 35% drop in the overall membership. That bad the September renewal season was. And because of which I felt there needs to be a plan moving ahead. Now discussing some of the issues with the club face. The community clubs are like the Nagpur Toastmasters Club, you have Gurukul, the ones where you don't have any restriction on joining, anybody can be a member. One of the major issues is the experienced member at certain point in their Toastmaster journey feel that I have achieved what I want in Toastmasters. I don't think there's anything more to learn. Then they take the back seat, and then they slowly drop off. The pillars of the club start shaking. Second one is monotonous meetings. Like I said before, 2 years of continuous online meetings and everything being online and Toastmasters being reduced to this laptop screen in front of you. Though I believe for the guys at hybrid would be a much bigger screen. Things have become very monotonous, so people dropped off. Now coming to the corporate clubs. Corporate clubs are those clubs where you have to be a part of their company to be a part of the Toastmasters club. The biggest issue is they face is the exodus of members, which happens in a repeating patterns. Layoffs, transfers. Because of that, the members leave. The second one is people start exploring other things. So they might feel, okay, let me see some other club, some other community club. Because of it, they leave their corporate club. And hence a huge drop in membership happens. And last but not the least, the college clubs. The biggest problem that they face is a lack of accountability. What do you mean by lack of accountability? No one is responsible for what's happening in the club. It's like you go to SBI Bank, you go to this guy, he'll send you there. He'll send you there. The cycle goes on. No one's responsible. And when no one is responsible, there is a low quality meeting. And obviously, if the quality is in there, no one's going to join. Forget joining, no one's going to renew as well. Now that we have the issues over here, which is members dropping off, meetings becoming monotonous and low quality. And also, yes, last but not the least, a lack of result-oriented drives. Now, what do I mean by this? When clubs realize that they are going to lose their members, they started doing some membership drives to get in more guests and to convert them into members. There was no metrics to measure that. What do I mean by metrics? If you're doing a publicity, how many weeks publicity is going to be done? How many members are you expecting? How many guests are you expecting? What's the expected conversion? If they don't ask themselves these hard questions, then it's a non-result oriented drive. Now that finally I've covered all the issues, I'll talk about the solutions that I have proposed. One is having joint meetings. Joint meeting means bringing two clubs together and have a meeting. But no, that's boring stuff. What I am proposing is having joint meetings with club outside the country. See, like in Singapore, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka, there are in a proximity of our time zones. So getting joint meetings with them would be very helpful because then members will realize the diversity which Toastmasters has to offer. And when you're offering such diversity, obviously people will start staying in. Then conducting result-oriented membership drives. So you need to have a proper plan in place. When you're doing a publicity, if you need any paid advertisement, a plan needs to be there for that. So that it's not just being done for the sake of doing a membership drive. And then obviously the last one is if you want to add huge chunks of member, which is 20 to 30 members, charter of a new club. Now that I have these solutions, I'd like to share with you the results which these solutions have given till now. So the first one is college clubs did a few of these membership drives, the result-oriented ones, and they added close to 7 to 8 members per cycle. A great number, though I still believe they can still push themselves more for another 10, 12 members. So which is a good thing. Second one is community clubs. Again, they have started adding in members, though I still believe they're a bit far away from their good old glory days. And yes, the last but not the least, the new community club, which is Orange City, which you all might have heard of. So that chartering process has taken a pace and probably by Feb it should be standing on its own. Now, how do I measure these results? I spoke about the metrics. How do I measure them? Which is basically what happens at the end of every month. Toastmasters shares how many members each club has added. So we have those progress results set with us. And right now, the division is growing somewhere around 6-7% a month, which is good. But yeah, obviously we can push ourselves for more. And the reason why I've written March separately is because all this plan is to make sure that when the next renewal season happens in March, the division ship is still sailing through. It doesn't sink like it happened in September. So yes, that's all from my plan. Now I open up the floor for question and answers. So do ask your questions.
Harsh, can I go ahead with the question?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that joint meetings idea sounded really wonderful, especially if you're getting in touch with members of clubs from nearby countries. So are we serious about going across, proceeding with that? If we do that, I think it would be really wonderful.
Definitely. In fact, I tried this out with a club in Mumbai. We did a joint meeting with a club in Singapore. So it didn't take much of an effort. It's just the coordination part, which takes a lot of effort. Not much of an effort, just the role players and deciding the common time. Other than that, when you're offering something of this kind to members, which no other club thinks of, people are going to convert right away.
It would be an enriching experience and great exchange of ideas.
Definitely. Any other questions? Come on, I don't think my plan was as good as the plan which Professor had in Money Heist. A foolproof plan, right? There must be some questions. Well, we'll wait for another minute, then I guess I'll end my speech right there. All right, thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Harsh, for this wonderful speech. Moving on to the next speaker. Our next speaker today is Toastmaster Nazneen, but before I call her, I would like to call the evaluator, Toastmaster Gauri, to read out the speech objectives.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, Toastmaster Nazneen will be delivering her Level 2 Project 3 speech, Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring, under the PAT Presentation Mastery. The purpose of this project is for the member to clearly define how Toastmasters envisions mentoring and to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. The speech is about a time when the member was a protege. It may be from any time in her life. The member may discuss any aspect of the protege experience, and the speech should not be a report on the content of the Introduction to Toastmasters Mentoring project. The speech length is 5 to 7 minutes. All the best, Toastmaster Nazneen.
May I now invite Toastmaster Nazneen? The title is Learning from the Queen. Toastmaster Nazneen, please help me with it.
Thank you for that. Hello, am I audible?
Yes.
Somebody please confirm.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Am I visible too?
Yes, you are.
Learning from the Queen is the title of my speech. And even though I have a Meraki for giving a Toastmasters speech, I do not know why I leave it down to the wire, and I'm in splits and perspiration every time I start. Having said so, all of us require someone to tell us we are better than what we think we are. I also would like someone to inspire me in being better than who I be. And it was my father who told me that if there is a chance of anything being 1 in a million, he taught me to believe I am the 1 in the million. And that helped me. That helped me become more confident person, as a woman, as a human being, and it definitely made me better. So yeah, along with my Toastmasters journey, there are lots of things that I personally have learned in being a protege to my father, who shared his birth date and birth year with the Queen. And she often propped up into our conversations at home. By the Queen, I of course mean the Queen Elizabeth of the UK. So yes, so what were the things that we learned from my father? And what were the things that we as children, there were certain axioms that we were not allowed to say, certain phrases that we were encouraged to avoid, and what were they? So let me share all of this because me and my brothers have grown up with it and we simply learned a lot. The first, I am bored. I'm not allowed to say that. So if it were that I were given a task, say, clean the loft. And if I scrunch my face and I said, I am bored, you know, what we got was a very scathing look that says, stop it, create your interest. And you never know, when we went up cleaning the loft with old clothes and grumpy faces, we found an old photograph of a long past grandfather. We found a chair, which if we cut off the legs, we could use it as a table. We found old-fashioned brooms, which we could share our neighbors with. We found so many things there in the loft, and we definitely came back dusty and happy. Second, when you're sitting at the table, dining table, don't say, I don't like this. Eat it. Eat it with pleasure, eat it with gratitude. Yes, afterwards we were allowed to say what we would have liked, the perennial butter chicken or whatever it may have been, but never on the table. When we sat at the table, we weren't allowed to say that, I don't like this. And if at all, we even made a slight tinkle of an eye movement between brothers and sisters at somebody else's house. We absolutely had it. We had to come back home and apologize. So yes, we're not allowed to say, I don't like this. The third axiom that we were taught was never say, I forgot. Sharpen your memory. Don't you say that. Why forget? You have a brain, simply use it. And that's the way we learned to remember things, especially when we were told that do certain thing at a certain time. We allowed ourselves to follow into a routine or a certain discipline because we knew that it was not allowed to say I forgot. The fourth, I don't know. If I was seeing a film and I asked, where is Bavaria and where is Lithuania? I was encouraged to say, look up the atlas. Or if it's a new word, look up the dictionary. Don't give me these silly answers as I don't know where it is. Find out. And the worst, if somebody asked you the time, especially an elder, and you said, I don't know, you really had it because you had to go and look at the clock somewhere. We didn't have mobiles or a wristwatch at that time. Well, the next, let me scratch my brain a little. And what was the next? Don't say no to things when you have a request. You never know what life gets up. So even if you have a request from somebody, either you don't like or you're pretty confident that you may not be able to comply, you are yet encouraged to stop, ponder, take your time and respond. Life has an adventure every which way. something right at the point. And if you just said no, you never knew what you would be missing. Then comes the fact that, okay, what was it? A place for a thing and a thing in its place. The reasons are obvious. Why? It saved us time, it kept our house clutter-free, and our minds too. Then don't hurt people's feelings unnecessarily. Make time. If someone asks you something, take the effort to make time. Relationships require nurturing, and do that. And then the last, be kind. It doesn't take much. A smile is also something that you share. And these were all the axioms that we lived with. And along with the feeling that there were no excuses, just as the positivity that I shared before, is that if there was a chance of anything happening to anyone, and that chance was 1 in a million, it was so comforting to me that I could be that 1 in a million. It could be health, it could be adventure, it could be confidence. Everything I learned from them. Similarly, in my Toastmasters journey, I have had Vaibhav and Niyamat as my mentors, and I know that I made them scratch a little, and they have been bugged with me at my last minute efforts to come up on the stage. I didn't know where I was, but I'm learning. I'm learning to be a better person. I'm learning to be a better Toastmaster. I'm learning to be a better protégé. And above all, today, as a mentor, when my children ask me, I simply tell them, you're learning from the Queen. Thank you very much. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nashmi. May I now invite Timer to present his report. Timer, are both the speakers qualified?
Yes, both the speakers are qualified.
Okay. So before moving on to the second round of the meeting, as we were, let's get back to the discussion, humor and necessity. So we were talking about how many of us are actually happy while working in the week. And as a result, none of us are really having fun at our workplace. So what must be the reason? Why we don't use humor? What are the reasons?
It's not easy.
Anyone?
Because we feel like we
Right. All the reasons are very true. Actually, using humor can be scary, especially at your workplace. You think humor is not allowed. It is not written anywhere. Using humor is not allowed at your workplace.
The worst is that you want to be humorous and nobody laughs.
Yeah, yeah. We think that using humor, for the bad joke, we might get fired for the bad joke. So that's the reason why we don't use humor. Well, let me tell you, humor doesn't replace your work. Humor is like the salt of the meal. You wouldn't need the entire meal of the salt, right? Because if you want, that will make you hoarse, right? A lot of salt can make you hoarse. Okay, this was a bad joke. So that's why. So let's see. Anyway, we'll learn that, right? In the end, you will understand what are the reasons and how can you be humorous and enjoy your workplace. So let us move on to the next round of the meeting, that is the table topics round. Oh, now I announce the poll for the best speaker. So, Master, can you? Vote for the best speaker ever. Master, please let me know once we get all the responses.
Excellent. What's that mean?
Now let's move on to the next round of the meeting, that is the table topics round. To help conduct this round, we have Toastmaster Bharat. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Bharat. So, Master, can you please outline Toastmaster?
Am I audible?
Yes, you.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and my dear guests. I welcome you to the table topic round. As you know, the purpose of table topics is to have members practice thinking and speaking on their feet. This impromptu speaking helps to develop 4 key communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. So to help you practice today, I have prepared a few topics that shall hopefully help you meet this goal. I encourage everyone to participate. You can give it a try. You can either volunteer yourself or I may randomly call someone. And also reiterating what the grammarian said, you are urged or encouraged to use word of the day and phrase of the day during this table topics round. Zuma sir, do I have screen sharing right?
Yeah, please, you can share now.
All right. Who would like to go first? Anyone from the
Monish wants to go ahead.
Toastmaster Monish? All right. Toastmaster Monish, can I hear you? Okay, Toastmaster Monish, please choose a table topic number.
Okay. Number 4.
Number 4? All right. Okay, number 4 it is. All right. One habit that can transform your life. Toastmaster Monish, the stage is yours. Please let me know if the timer screen is visible. With that, you can proceed.
Okay, so one life which can transform my life, that is not procrastinating. So I am such a big procrastinator that I have missed so many things in my life because I want to live life my own way. And if anybody comes and says, okay, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to attend your office, you need to go to someone's wedding, I won't do that because I procrastinate and I love that. But because of this habit, I have suffered a lot. I have missed my exams. I have missed so many dates also. And if I would continue doing this, I might miss my own wedding, which I don't want to. Okay, so I don't want to get married. That's a different thing. So procrastinating is such a bad habit for me, but I enjoy a lot. See, just imagine you are sitting on the cozy bed on this winter morning, and you just don't want to do anything. You are just sleeping and sleeping, and there's your boss shouting like anything. Okay, where is he? Where is he? And like you are like, okay, relax. I don't want to go because I procrastinate a lot. So what is better than that? But you might lose your job. You might lose your friends. You might lose your wife also because she's sitting there waiting for you so that you can come and attend the wedding. But you know what? I love procrastination. But if I leave this habit aside, I can be a good employee, I can be good with my friends, and my life would love me back because I attended my own wedding. This can happen. So, procrastination, for now I would like to stay, but in future, definitely I would like to work on that. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish. I mean, procrastination is something I think we all suffer with, and we all would like to get over it. That was really great to hear. So, who would like to go next? Someone from the guests, preferably.
Yes, sir. Would like to go for the table topic.
Okay, this is Professor.
I have to select the number,
Yes.
or is it that you are going to give me?
No, Professor, you get to choose a number. Please let us know.
Okay,
4 is
so
being taken. Anything outside 4.
Okay, I have to select the numbers. Then 3 is my lucky number, so we'll go with my lucky number.
Just a second. Just a second. Right. Is my screen visible to you, Professor? All right. I'll go with number 3. Okay. A chance in life you wish you had taken. Professor, it's yours.
Actually, there are many more. So first of all, good evening, everyone present over here. This is my first experience into this Toastmaster Club. Hopefully it goes well. So the topic is the chance I would have taken. I wish. I guess I'm correct. So the chance I wish I would have gone with is that right after when I have done my MBA. So I had 2 options. So I had just a second. Right after my MBA, I had a chance to go for like corporate, but then anyhow it didn't happen. I even was placed in campus, but then because of certain family obligation, I didn't. And that I guess that I would have taken enough courage. I would have gone to that. It would have been something different. So I regret till date today also that why didn't I went for that? So so that is the thing which I still regret till date. So that is from my side, a very short, simple and
All right. Thank you, Professor Patil, for sharing your views. I guess we all have some chances in life we wish we had taken. So I guess we just need to rebound from that and move on with life, probably learn the lessons from that. That was great to know. And then in the chat box, I see a guest Shruti would like to volunteer next. So please give a round of applause for her.
okay. So just want to ask you, was I audible throughout? Because there was certain network issue from my side. So I thought it got disturbed in between.
You were audible, I think, for a brief while. I think in between for, I think, 5-6 seconds, you had muted yourself. Other than that, the rest of the time you were audible.
Hello. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, yes, Shruti, welcome. You are audible. Please, just a minute.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. Right. So 3 and 4 have been taken. You can choose any other table topic number.
Okay, number 5.
All right, number 5 it is. Okay, a suffering that was worth it. It's just stage is yours.
Yeah, I mean, very interesting. But I would have, if I would have got the previous one, I would have told a lot of things. But this is like suffering, which is worth is like, you can say that daily, whatever office activities I'm doing, really I'm suffering very bad. Okay. I have to struggle each and every day, but it is worth it definitely. They are paying me and I'm really getting paid a good amount. So I'm very happy in that. But I think every day is a suffering for me. Every day I have to prepare a lot of things for myself and my team and my colleagues and all. So whenever a new call comes, I'm always scared. What will I answer? I have to prepare a lot. So I can say that every day is a suffering for me, but it is definitely a new learning. So whatever I'm taking as a kind of opportunity, which is just making me grow every day. Okay, so I will not say exactly as a suffering, but definitely it is teaching me a lot of things. And I think apart from that, it is very worth, as I told you, that I am getting paid for it. So I'm enjoying a lot of luxuries, and I have my own car, so I'm very happy with that. But also I'm very financially independent, so I'm happy with that. So apart from that, I think it's worth it. It's worth it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, over to you, Toastmasters.
Yeah, thank you, Shruti. Actually, like even I could relate to that because we are sometimes work can be look monotonous and it might sound like a suffering, but as you know, at the end of the day, it pays our bills and it does give you some level of financial independence also. Great to hear from you. So who would like to go next? Someone? Or should I pick? Okay. Would anyone like to go? All right. Then
Vaibhav wants to go.
okay, Toastmaster Vaibhava. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Please welcome Toastmaster Vaibhava.
I'm here. Okay, I'll take the next one.
Okay. Toastmaster Vaibhava, please choose a number. 3, 4, 5 have been taken.
5 are taken, so I'll go with 1.
1. All right. 1 it is. A letter to your future self. December. Just a second. I'll share my screen. Just a second. Toastmaster. All right. Is it visible, Toastmaster Vaibhav?
Yes.
A letter to your future self. 5 years from now, December 2026. That's your topic, Toastmaster Vaibhav.
So when I read 2026, I thought that's quite long away. I mean, what would I write? But then I realized it's just 5 years from now. That's a funny thing that you have to do when the numbers appear on your screens. They may appear very far away or they may appear very long, but then when you have a quick real check, when you have a quick time check, you always realize that you are like that side mirror that we have. The objects in the mirror are quite closer than they appear. So all the timelines that we always have in our eyesight or in our vision are always much closer than what we imagine them to be. Coming back to the topic, I would want a letter myself to be, it would be something like, congratulations, Vaibhav. You made Nagpur Toastmasters Club proud by winning the club contest at the district level. That would be a letter that I would really want to write myself, and it would obviously bring a lot of laurel, it would bring a lot of satisfaction to me, and the things that I would want to do for that is something this topic has given me an idea to do. And if I want to write that letter at that point of time in 2026, I think I'll have to back work and do things that would require me to get ready for writing that letter. So yes, congratulating myself for winning a district speech contest is something that I would want to write myself. Back to you.
Right. Thank you, Toastmaster Vaibhav. I mean, it was wonderful to hear that. I mean, you have great goals. I mean, hopefully, I hope you succeed in them. And as you said, sometimes even when I used to hear 2026, like, oh, there's a lot of time for that. Even I used to think so. And then, like you say, objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So Toastmaster Niyamat ma'am would like to go next. So Toastmaster Niyamat ma'am, please tell me which number you would like to take.
What options do I have?
Only 2 and 6 are available.
So let's go with 2.
2, all right. topic number 2 it is. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
All right. Okay. An activity that makes your life meaningful. Toastmaster Nemat is here.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and the guests who joined us today. An activity that makes my life meaningful. So if I was like a staunch follower of Gaur Gopal Das or Sadhguru or the like, I'd say waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, doing my Surya Namaskar and doing my meditation and then getting on with the day. But no, sadly not. I could plan it, but I don't do it. The thing that would make life meaningful for me is getting my house ready and cleaned so that it's presentable. And it's not something that my mother scolds me for. It's something that I genuinely enjoy. Leave me on a Sunday afternoon and I'm more than happy to spend hours cleaning my cupboard, doing the laundry, doing the dishes. So yes, you can call me and I'm happy to be paid for doing all this work for you. But no, I do this just out of pure something that I find a lot of comfort in, so a lot of relaxation in. And definitely it makes my life easier because I don't have to look at Monday being a very stressful day because all my chores are taken care of. Apart from that, something that makes life meaningful would be, I think, spending time with your loved ones, because as much as you say, there is never enough time, there's never enough that we've spent with them. So yes, spending time with my family, taking outings with my loved ones, bunking college so I can spend extra days with them is something that would make life meaningful for me. Thank you so much for this question.
Most welcome. That was great to hear. Even I have read in a couple of journals that keeping your house organized and cleaning all the stuff is a great form of relieving stress, in fact. So it's nice to know that you're.
Yeah, and it definitely will make your parents happy. So please do it.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. So one more topic is left. That is topic number 6. So who'd like to go? Anyone? All right. If no one is there, then I'll.
Ma'am wants to.
Nazneen, ma'am?
Yeah.
All right. Nazneen, ma'am, is my screen visible? Toastmaster Nazneen, ma'am.
Here I am in a space of no choice.
You have one. Is my screen visible, Toastmaster Nazneen, ma'am?
6, right? Can you hear me?
Yeah. So the topic 6 is available. Shall I show you the topic, Toastmaster Nazneen?
I can't see.
Oh dear. Not visible, sir. Okay. What about the others? Is my screen visible?
Yeah, I can't see the topic.
All right. I'll just click on it. Right.
I can see the numbers.
All right. Just a minute. Yeah, this is your one. A letter to your past self, 5 years from now, 5 years earlier.
Okay. I'm flummoxed. Anyway, a letter to my past self. Well, what would I write? I'm a person who generally has either no or very, very few regrets in life. I take things with a pinch of salt. I can laugh at myself. So these are all the things that I would tell my past self. But of course, you're going to be as charming 5 years from now as you are now. So why are you so stressed up about it? You would look as gorgeous as you do now. Why would you get so stressed up about it? Of course, you'd be the smartest in the family. Why get so stressed up about it? Yes, I'm going to have a bucket full of friends, NTC ones, family in fact, who've in fact very happily turned into family. And aren't I the lucky one? So what else would I tell? Yes, I'll have dollops of money. and I believe in being abundant and wealthy. I believe in possibilities and probabilities, and so here I am. All of this would go into the letter, and life is much better than I think it was or would have been, and I'm so damn grateful. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nazmeen. It was great to hear your thoughts on how life has flown by the last 5 years and what you thought about it 5 years ago. So with this, I think the 6 table topic are completed. May I now call upon the timer to give his report on the table topic round. Timer, have all the speakers qualified?
Yes, Toastmaster Bharat, all the speakers are qualified.
All right, that is great to know. So thank you, timer. Basically, I'm very happy to hear you because this Nagpur winter, it offers the perfect climate for me in the mornings to sit and ruminate about life and its vagaries. What if 5 years back I did this? Should I have taken that chance? What if X, Y, Z? So since I keep ruminating a lot about this, I as well thought I'll hear out from you people. And there was some wonderful exchange of ideas here. Thank you so much. Now I request everyone to cast your votes for the best table topic speaker. The poll will be open on your screen now. Zoom master, please let me know when we get all the responses. I think one more person has to vote. I think we are waiting for that.
Yeah, we are done.
All right, we are done. Okay, great. So thank you all very much for participating in today's table topic segment. I really enjoyed your insightful views, and I'm happy to know that you're taking charge of improving your impromptu speaking ability. Over to you, TMOD Shrutika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bharat, for the wonderful table topic session. Now let's move on to the final round of the meeting, that is the evaluation round. To help conducting this round, I would like to call the general evaluator for today, Toastmaster Joseph.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am back. This is the evaluation round of our meeting. Oral evaluations are designed to help speakers to recognize their strengths and learn what steps they can be to improve their speaking skills. Evaluation comments are from the point of view for the assigned evaluator only, and they do not speak for the club as whole. First, we will hear from the speech evaluators, followed by the timer, AHA counter, and the grammarian. Then I will give my general evaluation report for the overall meeting. Now I would like to call our first evaluator, Toastmaster Monish, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Harsh. Toastmaster Harsh's speech, sorry. Please help me to welcome Toastmaster Monish.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyotsna. So good evening, everybody again. So I would be evaluating Toastmaster Harsh and his level 4 speech. So to talk about commendations, Toastmaster Harshvardhan. So you presented a complete project plan in nature, which was an important objective for your speech. Then you also added many details. It was a very detailed oriented project from your side, project plan from your side. Also, you also suggested the solutions and set goals to the problems, which was also an objective required for your speech. That was when you proposed the joint meetings and membership rights and so on. Kudos to that. Also, you analyzing difficult situation and managing challenges were also the objectives which you were really defined in your project plan. And if I talk about the general things which a Toastmaster needs to deliver in his speech, which is presentation skills, voice clarity, body language, and so on, those are all commendable because we all know that you are now a veteran Toastmaster. You have delivered many speeches, so those were really commendable. So now let's look at the recommendations part. So as your speech objectives were really important, and one of the speech objectives was to listen and present impromptu solutions to the disruption introduced by the club members. So here what we have seen, we had only one disruption, and in half of the speech, I was going to evaluate all the disruptions. And another objective was that there should be a minimum of 3 disruptions suggested and a maximum of 5. So this is somewhere which you have missed. So that would have, it happens many times, when we are delivering such complicated speeches, so it happens. And because of this, the viability and creativity of the responses of the challenges, which were ignored. So that is why somewhere down the line, because of you missed this objective, so the justification was not able to be done to your speech. But we are humans and we are here in Toastmasters to learn. And this, when we talk about such complicated speeches, such things happen. But apart from that, it was a wonderful speech where you really justified your part. But if you can, in future, if I can recommend you to just look at the speech objectives very clearly and to study that and to implement that without fail, so that would really be commendable for your upcoming speeches. So following the protocol of the speech, to conclude, following the protocol of the speech, that is speech objective is very important. Otherwise, it was a wonderful speech, Toastmaster Harshvardhan, and I will look forward for you for more such speeches in future. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Monish. Now we have a second evaluator, Toastmaster Gauri, who will be evaluating Toastmaster Nathan's speech. Please help me welcome Toastmaster Gauri.
I hope I'm clearly audible and visible. Josna?
Yes, you are.
Through a mentor's eyes, we can see the riches within us. Today, Toastmaster Nazneen introduced us to those pair of eyes, her fathers. The first and the foremost thing that I liked about your speech was the way you crafted your speech title, Learning from the Queen. After hearing the title, I thought that Queen would be your mentor and you would be talking about her. But the Queen Elizabeth came as a big surprise to me, and it added a fun element. And it helped you in a way that at the very beginning of the speech, you were able to slide the audience in your pocket. So well done on that part. Secondly, I would like to say that mentoring is a two-way process. And from your speech, I could see that you take your part as the mentee very seriously. I can see that you are a keen learner and you have a hunger for knowledge. And I really appreciate that such small quotes from your father, you could remember it throughout your life, and it tells us about what a person you are, what a enriched person you are. So also the speech brought us close to you as a person. Thirdly, I hugely appreciate that you use the word of the day and the phrase of the day at the beginning of the speech. Because as a speaker, for prepared speeches, I do not do that. Once my speech is ready, I do not mess with it. But after listening to your speech, I was inspired to use the word of the day and the phrase of the day so that our prepared speeches can also be more important. Now, I would like to be your mentor for a while to provide you some recommendations to help you develop your speaking skills even further. So first thing was, I observed that you had a close body language. You were speaking like this. So close body language tells us that, sends a message that you are nervous. Instead of like this, open body language suggests that you are confident. And there was scope for you to use body language gestures in a way where you were saying about cut off the legs of the chair. So cutting off the leg, keeping it aside, like adding something, some gestures so that it improves, it has more impact. Secondly, you were quoting the statements by your father, which was the essence of the speech. Like, I'm bored, don't say I don't like it, eat it. oh, I forgot. So you could have used voice modulation in a better way, like adding emphasis and changing the pitch or volume. Like for example, I'm bored. I don't want to edit, but you have to edit. So that adds drama. Oh, I forgot. So this helps you in a way because bridges the gap between audience listening to your speech and living your speech. And thirdly, as the project was about talking about Toastmasters mentoring, I would have loved if you spoke about Toastmaster Vaibhav and Toastmaster Niyamat, if I'm not wrong, more instead of your personal experiences. But that's it. That's okay. And to sum it up, you had clarity, you had expressive eye contact, you were aware of the audience, you had smooth transitions throughout your speech. Just a few recommendations from my part, but I really enjoyed listening a speech from you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Gauri. Now it's time to call the timer. Please help me to check out whether all the evaluators are eligible or not.
Yes, Toastmaster Jyotsna. Both the evaluators are eligible, qualified.
Thank you, timer. I request everyone to cast your vote for the best evaluator of the day. Zoom Master, please let me know when we get all the responses.
We are done.
Okay, thank you. Now it's time to listen from a tag team, out of which the timer has done his role perfectly before. Now I would like to call the AHA counter of today's meeting, Toastmaster Padmanabh, to present his report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jyotsna. I will move forward with my report. Sergeant at Arms, that is Toastmaster Sri Krishnan, did not use a single crutch word or filler word. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika, used so twice, you know once, 4 times, and once. General evaluator, Toastmaster Jyotsna, used twice and once. Toastmaster Harshvardhan, who was the first speaker, used so thrice, 4 times, and once. Speaker 2, that was Toastmaster Nazneen, used so once and once. Toastmaster Munish, who was evaluator for Toastmaster Harshvardhan, used so 4 times, you know once, and thrice. Toastmaster Gauri used 5 to 6 hours and twice. Timer Toastmaster Niranjan used twice, twice. Table topic master, that is Toastmaster Bharat, used so 4 times, 5 times, and 2 times. Grammarian, that was Toastmaster Nidhi, did not use a single crutch word or filler word. Guest Harshali used so twice, thrice, and twice. Guest Shruti used so thrice, you know twice, thrice, and once. And Toastmaster Niyamat used so once, thrice, and twice. With this, I would like to conclude my report. Back to you, Toastmaster Jyotsna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Padmanabh. Next, we'll hear from the grammarian. Can we have the report, please, Toastmaster Nidhi?
Hello everyone, I am back with my report. So today's session witnessed some fine usage of language by our members. It was hard to keep up with the volley of vocabulary possessed by Toastmaster Nazneen. She used words like axioms, prodigies, scorching, and so on. Toastmaster Niyamat used words like staunch, and Toastmaster Bharat used words like ruminate. There was some incorrect usage of language as well that we must take note of. Like help me to welcome can be said as help me welcome. I was waiting for Toastmaster Monish to use the phrase of the day since your topic was procrastination. So it is basically fitting for the topic.
I am happy to announce that word of the day and the phrase of the day was used by no one other than the prodigy of the Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Nazim. That's all from my side. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nidhi. Now it's time for me to present my report. I shall try to put all my points in a positive way. First, I would like to appreciate all the role players and all the Toastmasters because we have started meeting on time, just 1 minute late, and it's really a good job by all. Hybrid meeting is always a combination of live and the virtual platform that we provide to all the presenters and all the attendees. To make this happen, those who are taking efforts on that side at the IPC, I would really like to appreciate the efforts of all the Toastmasters. Zoommaster prepared the room well, and the meeting room was open almost 15 minutes before. And you all made my job easy because all role players were fantastic today. Even when you entered in the room, all the naming conventions were given properly. So it was not haphazard, like who is Sa, and I was not bothering about that terminologies. Starting from the Sa, the TM Krishnan was flawless. I guess it was the debut of him and he done very well for that. He introduced basic house rules of meeting and did his job brilliantly. As usual, calm and composed, presiding officer of the day. Introduction of meeting was given very well, mannered way, and he welcomed the guest very nicely, and warm welcome given to all the guests. A little bit recommendation I can add over here. If we have the list already, the guest list already, we can provide them to the presiding officer before the meet so that he or she will be able to call them by their name. That is a little suggestion from my side. Talking about the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika, we must have a round of applause for her. Because she is newbie to the Nagpur Toastmaster Club and she did his job very well. And if you ask me, I never tried that role, and I feel it's very difficult to be the TMOD and the host of the whole meeting for 2 hours, and it's very difficult to manage. And the topic that you have chosen is really nice, humorous, and this is very effective. The way of presentation you have given was very perfect. Like it was nice because everyone was interacting. You also were interacting with everyone, and that is really appreciable. And normally the role of TMOD is to give the transition to the different role players, and you did it very well and well paced, very smoothly, and I never feel any any problem in between that. Okay, little recommendation I can see, like as I was attending online, so I can recommend it. A little tone of voice was missing, and you can have the throw of voice over there. If you can give the more voice modulation in your speech, it could be better. Otherwise, the perfect role played by the TMOD. Talking about the table topic master, again the calm, cool, very well. All the topics were introduced to the guests and the all the Toastmaster effectively. Topics not only the proper one, but were interesting also, and we enjoyed a lot. Whatever the interaction you did after the particular speech of the that Toastmasters, that was very nice. I was just listening. After every topic, you were adding something to them, and it is really nice to have such a interaction with the Toastmasters. Wonderful. Evaluators, perfectly, or you all, both evaluators are given the solid evaluation, no doubt, and always love to listen from the speakers. We have the eminent speakers like Nazneen ma'am, Harsh, and I always love to learn as well as listen to them. Wonderful. Talking about my tag team, timer guidelines were explained properly, and the timing card display on the exact time. Wonderful job by the timer. Yes, of course, the role player of AHA counter role play explained properly, and the reports were specifically included, all the filler words, crutch words, everything. Wonderful. I would like to appreciate the grammarian of the day, Toastmaster Nidhi, because she has picked that role at the end moment, and she did the job very well. All the word of the day and the phrase of the day mentioned properly, and I had put into the chat box also. That's all, I guess, from my side. Thank you one and all. Over to you, Toastmaster Shrutika.
Thank you for the evaluations, Toastmaster Jyotsna. Now let's get back to the theme. So, Master, please start showing them. Next. So, how many of you are curious to know that how you can be this? Yes. Okay. Okay. You can be the shepherd of your world. By this, I mean you can share the things that you enjoy. Memes, stories, jokes, anything that you like. You can use fun pictures in your presentation to look at, like, make it more fun, like how I did. Because I tell you, I don't know any of these quotes, not this shepherd. I just added it here because I liked it. I found it interesting. What else you can do is, next slide please. If you just know how you can be funny, if you know how can you smile, you can look at the person you like, and you know, you guys, when you smile, the other person smile, you create a human connection. And this gives the clear idea that you must be the fun-loving person. It can do the little contribution of you being a fun person. Ultimately, humor is a skill. And if it's a skill, anyone can learn it through practice, performance, and repetition. At last, it doesn't matter your age, income, or perspective. Anyone can learn to be funny. It all begins with a choice. A choice to try to find out the new ways to look around the world and say, WTF. Wow, that's fun. Thank you, everyone. With this, we come to the end of the 186th meeting. And now, I request Zoom Master to please cast the vote for the best speaker, best auxiliary role player, and best.
I'll start with auxiliary. Yes, Names are I'll leave it for Toastmaster Niranjan, Ramey. You can leave it for that.
Timer Toastmaster Niranjan, Ramelian Toastmaster Nidhi, Counter Toastmaster Kalpana, Zoom Master Toastmaster Prajesh, Sa Sri. Me, Table Topics Master, Toastmaster Bharat, and General Evaluator, Toastmaster Joseph. Master. Now I welcome presiding officer to announce the winner. Please help me welcome Toastmasters.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Ritika, for the meeting wonderfully conducted. A round of applause for her, please. And as we wait for the results to be reaching my phone, I would invite some guests to let us know how did they feel about the meeting, what was their experience. If you could please. Yeah, please.
Yes, thank you again. It was definitely very nice to be here, and I definitely want to learn a lot of things from Toastmasters as I did last time in Pune. So I want to just continue this journey. I am really interested to continue. So this was very good, and I felt good. That's it. Thank you so much for giving me chances to speak this time. So, thank you so much.
Am I audible? So we had Professor Patil. You would like to share your experience? Professor Patil, Ashali.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Overall, my experience was very nice. Yeah, it was a good exposure, and some of the things are there where I need to clarify my doubt, and I will call Harsh tomorrow, because through him only I got this meeting link. Overall, it was very nice experience. Thank you all of you to involve me into your meeting. It's a nice thing. If I am thinking it to start for my student as well. Thank you.
Glad you liked that. So we have all the results of all the role players and speakers and voters and evaluators. Let us go step by step to announce the winners. So beginning with the best auxiliary role player, any guesses? Zoom Master it is. So Brijesh, please come on the stage. I would request Nazneen ma'am to present the award to him.
Come here. हाँ ठीक है. Please take my picture.
You're not complaining.
You are absolutely right. The next award is for the best role player. Again, any guesses? So right guesses. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Shrutika. The next is for best evaluator. Again, any guesses? So simple today, perhaps. So I would request Brajesh to come over and hand over the award to Gauri.
Yeah.
Okay, the next award is for the best table topic speaker. Any more guesses? Such a simple game today. It is Nalini ma'am. Please come on. Manish, study card with love. Hand over the award, please. Oops. I would have wanted both of you to stay back again because without any guesses, the best speaker is also Toastmaster Nazneen today. So Manish.
That's a one with everyone.
Yes. Right, that brings us to the fag end of this meeting, and we hope you enjoyed this meeting as much as we enjoyed bringing it up to you. This I would like to hand over the reins back to Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shri Krishna.
Thank you, Presiding Officer Toastmaster Vaibhav. So, being the sergeant at the arms for today's meeting, I would like to thank you everyone for joining 186th meeting of Nagpur's Toastmaster Club. It was wonderful meeting altogether where we got to know that adding humor can help you to get paid more. Then about revival of Division N, and then how we can learn from the pain in life. I would like to thank you, Toastmaster Bharat, for choosing very creative table topics. They were really wonderful to listen to. Also, it was great to see one of the faculties from my college, SHGMC Shegaon, in today's meeting. So thank you, Professor Harshali Patil, for joining in, and thank you other guests as well. Our 187th meeting. Our 187th meeting will be held on 25th December from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. and meeting details will be provided through our channels. I would like to thank you again for joining today. Have a great weekend. Good night.
I request all of the members to switch on their cameras for a quick photograph.